Hi guys, so a bunch of people had questions about page 32. I know Mr. Egler posted the answers, but I'm gonna post myself doing the work and explaining it as I go to help you understand a little better. So before we even start, there's a few formulas we should know and need to remember. So I'm gonna put those up at the top. We know that the area of a rectangle is equal to the base times the height. So anytime we have a rectangle or a square or a parallelogram even, we're going to do the base times the height. So I'm going to put this is also a parallelogram. Right? We do base times height. Next one we need to know is the area of a triangle. And the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. So we're going to need that. We're also going to need the area of a trapezoid. Which is equal to base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. Another way to say this part is the average of the bases times the height. Right, we're going to use these three formulas to help us figure out the area of bigger shapes that are made up of smaller versions of each of these shapes. So looking at number 1, what we can do, we don't have an area formula for this crazy shape, but what we can do is break it up into sections so that we can find the area of things because we know how to find the area of these different sections. So up at the top, that number 1 is now a triangle, number 2 is now a trapezoid, and 3 is now a triangle. So what we can do is find the area of section 1. So we're going to write our formula, which is 1/2 base times height because it is a triangle. And then we're going to plug in. So we have 1/2 times the base. We can just count each of these as 1 unit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times the height is 1, 2. And then we can solve. So this is going to be 1/2 times 8. So this part is equal to 4. So now we just found the area of this first section here. Now we need to find the area of section 2. Section 2 is a trapezoid. So we're going to do A is equal to B1 plus B2 over 2 times height. Then I'm going to plug in. So I have A is equal to base 1. We're going to call this top part base 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus this bottom part is base 2, which is 1, 2, divided by 2. And we're going to multiply that by the height, which is 1, 2. Okay. When we plug in for that, we get 6 over 2 times 2, which is 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. So the area of section 2 is 6. Now we need to find the area of section 3, which is a triangle. So we have A is equal to 1/2 base times height. Then we're going to plug in the base, in this case is 1, 2, and the height is 1, 2, 3, 4. So our area is equal to 1/2 times 8. So the area is equal to 4. So now that I've found the area of each of the 3 sections, I need to add them up. So we have 4 plus 6 plus 4, which is equal to 14 units squared. Now that I've shown you how to do number 1, I'm going to show you how to break up number 2, but I'm going to let you figure it out on your own. So the best way to break this one up would be to make a triangle up here as number 1. Then we're going to turn number 2 into a parallelogram. So this section here is a parallelogram. Then we're going to break this awkward section up here into a trapezoid for number 3 and a triangle for number 4. All right, so we have triangle, parallelogram, trapezoid, triangle. All I'm going to let you guys figure out number 2 on your own, so you can pause the video and then come back and I will show you how to do number 3 and 4. All right. So numbers 3 and 4 are similar. Number 4 is a little bit trickier, so I'm going to show you how to do number 4, and then using what I show you in number 4, you can apply that to number 3. I will show you for number 3 that the best way to break it up is like this, so that you have a rectangle, and so either a rectangle or a square. We're not sure exactly what it is. And to figure out what each of these are, we know that this section here is 5, so we can kind of put a dotted line here to help us. And oh, well, if this part is 5, to get up there, we need to get to 8, so there must be 3 left. So therefore, this little line here is worth 3, and this one is the same. We know that part is 3. And if we know this is 3, then this section's also 3, right? And we know that there's 2 sections left, so we're gonna do 15 minus 3, which is equal to 12. And then if we have to have 2 even sections here, we need to divide 12 by 2. And that's how we know that each section here is worth 6, right? This one's the same as that side, so that's 8. And this one's the same as there, so that one is 5. So that should be able to give you all the measurements you need in order to find the area of each section. For number 4, we're going to call this space 1 and this space 2. In order to find the area of space 1, it's a trapezoid. So we're going to use area is equal to base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times height. Then I'm going to plug in what I know. So base 1 is 24 plus base 2 is 18, and we're going to divide that by 2 times the height, and the height here is 14. When I plug all this in, 24 plus 18 goes on top. So we're going to have 42 divided by 2 times 14. This is going to be 21 times 14, which is equal to 21 times 14. So the area of this first section is 294 centimeters squared. So that's of section 1. Now we need to find the area of section 2, which is a semicircle. In order to find the area of a semicircle, we take our regular area formula, which is A is equal to pi r squared, and we divide it by 2 because we only have half of a circle. Now we need to plug in, so area is equal to, it doesn't tell us what to use for pi, so we're going to use 3.14 times the radius squared. This 14 gives us the whole measurement, which is the diameter. We're only supposed to use half of the diameter in order to get the radius, which will be 7. So we're going to do 7 squared divided by 2. Then all we need to do is simplify this. So this is going to equal 3.14 times 49 over 2. I'm running into problem 5 here. Plug into your calculator 3.14 times 49, which is 153.86. Divide that by 2, and the area is equal to, divided by 2, 76.93 centimeters squared. So now we figured out the area of section 1 and of section 2, and now we need to add them together. So the total, we're going to do 294 plus 76.93. Plug that into your calculator, and you should get 370.93 centimeters squared. All right. Using what I've shown you on number 1 and number 4, as well as some helpful hints on number 3, you should be able to finish the rest of this page. If you still need help, email me or message me through Teams and let me know, and I can show you some more written out solutions.